Well, you know what? Finally, here we are. We are talking on how to make your first million. And guess what? I've been saying I'll make this video. I've been getting a lot of DMs and people asking me, hey, Joseph, what are the criteria? What are the procedures? How can I make my first million? I would love to get a touch of my first million, all right? And I know what you're asking yourself. Are you talking about a first $1,000,000, a shilling, or whatever that million it is, whether it's a shilling, whether it's a dollar, it's a bill, it's a naira, it's a CD, it's a rand, whatever you're watching me from, all right? Stick around and watch this video to the end if you'd like to know exactly how to make your first million. And I'm gonna share this. And by the way, the information I'm gonna share with you are practical example, not just a theory thing out there, all right? So that stick to the end and be able to watch this video. And by the way, don't forget this. I usually post a video each and every time, like this one and many others, right? So make sure that you subscribe to this channel by hitting that subscription button down below there, liking the video, and comment down below and tell me, hey, when did you acquire your first million? And by the way, how was the feeling? And by the way, if you feel like you don't want to share that information because it might be private, just tell us. What criteria did you use? Let's get into the business, okay? Now, the point is this. There are three ways of actually achieving this particular target of hitting 1 million. There are three ways, okay? We have the first, the second, and the third. The first one is actually considered the first way of making your first million. And the first way is usually considered within a period of 1 year all the way to 3 years. If you can be able to make a million bob within a million shilling, a million, whatever the thing, within a period of 1 year to all the way to 3 years, it's actually that considered as a first way of making a million bob. And now you're like, what? I thought like in months. Guess what? A million shilling or a million whatever, it's not a simple money. You have to make sure that you understand, okay? Number two, or the second procedure or way, is actually considered as moderate. Moderate is considered from 3 years all the way to 6 years. If you can be able to make your million, whatever thing, from 3 to 6 years, you are considered as you made it in a moderate period of time. All right. Number three, it's actually considered the slow method, which is above 7 years. Okay, it's a 7 years and above. If you make your million within that period of time, that is considered as slow. And by the way, I always tell people, no matter whether it is fast, it's a moderate, it's a slow, we want to get a touch of the first million. Okay, and how do we do it? And by the way, don't forget this. There are some people you can even make your million bob at, or your first million, even at 60 years, at 70 years. Some people make it at 18, at 20. It all depends on the procedure and the criteria that you have to use. Now, these are the factors that you have to consider. One thing when you want to make your first million, there are two factors that you must pay attention to. I'll repeat, forget about anything I've said since I started this video, but don't forget this. There are two factors that you have to put into consideration for you to make your first million. All right? Now, the factor number one is the number of people that you influence. I repeat, the number of people that you influence, because the money you want, it is in the people's pocket. It's true, you don't make money, governments do. So for you is to take money from people. Therefore, if you want to make a lot of it or take a lot of it, obviously you have to consider the number of people that you're influencing out there, right? And number two is time. Obviously, time, when I say how to make your first million, okay, when I say it's moderate, fast, or low, or whatever, it's actually with regard to what? Time. So, and I always tell people, if your money, the money that you make, it's actually confined by the parameters of time, you'll actually make a limited amount of it. What do I mean? Maybe you're watching this video and you're a teacher. You're paid a salary of 60,000 at the end of the month. Now, let me ask a very simple question. Let's say out of the 60,000 that you make in a month, you survive on 40,000. So there is a remaining of 20,000, which is a very good amount of money, by the way. That's like saving 30% of your income. Not people can actually do that. But let me just use that number. You're saving 20,000 at the end of the month. Then how long will it take you to make your first million? Is it 50 months, if I'm not wrong, or something of sort? 50 months. How many years are those? That's a couple of years, okay? Now, the question is this. So if your salary, if your money, the amount of money that you're making is confined within the parameters of time, assuming you do not invest, then it will take you a longer period of time. The only way we can actually cheat the process and be able to make more, it's influence people and actually get the way of making money in your life out of the parameters of time. Let it not be confined by the parameters of time. For example, let's say today you are a yoga teacher. You teach people yoga and maybe you charge them like $50. Or maybe let's say you are a writer out there. All right, you probably write like maximum 10 pages in a day, okay? Now, how many pages can you actually write within a single month for you to actually make that amount of money. Obviously, the way of making money is actually confined within parameters of time. So if you do not have a thing that is making extra coin even when you are asleep, then something is wrong, and it could actually take you a lot of time before making that amount of money. Okay, now if you can actually solve the equation of influencing people, the number of people you can actually be able to actually sell something or maybe acquire them, or in some way, then you can be able to do something. And the other one is about time. Now, how do you exactly this? Now, for example, if you consider the people, you can do what we call the pricing. Let's say you pick a product that you're selling to people or a service that you're selling to people. All right. For example, personally, I sell booklets, I sell business plans, I sell business proposals. I also make videos on YouTube. YouTube pays me, that's for sure, right? I also have clients who actually goes and buys from my booklets, buy for my business plan. I get contracted by people to prepare them a business plans. I sometimes invited by the for the seminars and all those kind of things. Okay, you can just imagine that scope of whatever. Now the point is this. And by the way, if you're watching a video from a family member and think I'm making a lot of money, just forget what I just said, okay? Now, the point is this. Now, if you're having a product that you can sell to people, and that product is actually affordable, you're selling affordable item, and that affordable item, you're selling it to large volume of people, okay? Then guess what you have? You actually make more of it. Why? Guess what? Look at it. I'm making this video from Africa, obviously. So whenever whatever you are selling, the price matters a lot. You don't have to sell an expensive thing, okay? You have to sell something that is quite affordable, that is going to change and solve people's problem, and you sell it to large volume of people. For example, affordable item multiplied by large volume of people, you're going to make more of it. Right? You are out there. You can actually be able to make some recipes about cooking, about making some mats, about whatever the things that you can actually do out there. You can offer some services. Okay. Now, if you sell that product and also do the best pricing, you're going to make more. That's when you consider the number of people. And also the time, if you can actually automate the process of them purchasing this, you can have a website where they're actually accessing your information. They can buy it from there. They can buy your masterclass. They can buy your book from there. Those things that actually you automate. When you automate, people can actually visit your website, even when you're sleeping. And they can actually be able to buy that specific. For example, let's take a case of an Amazon, okay? And if you do not know what an Amazon is, if you're watching this from Kenya, it's like over Jumia. Jumia, you can actually purchase a thing anytime, whether it's a night, during the day, during whatever, summer, winter, whatever, fall, whatever the time, you can actually purchase that, okay? Now, the question is this. If you can actually can you compare now the Jumia or compare the Amazon, okay? And an individual who is opening a certain store somewhere. So you can only sell when you open. So when you're closed, you're not selling. But if you can have a thing or a way whereby you can actually be able to be selling, and this is where the idea of drop shopping is coming from, okay? I uploaded a video some 2 days ago where I talked about affiliate marketing. I talked about drop shipping. These are things that you can actually be able to automate. You can be able to have a virtual store whereby you are selling things. If you're coming from Kenya, you can be able to sell on Jumia. You can sell some products on Jumia. They have that platform, by the way, and you can be able to be selling and access a lot of people because they have already built that portfolio of people whereby a lot of people already know that thing exists. Like selling something in affiliate, it's like having an affiliate link with an Amazon. People already know what's an Amazon. People know what's Alibaba. So if you can have an affiliate link out there, you can be selling some products and you can be able to make some cash out there. So if you can be able to solve this menace of the number of people that you influence and also the time, that will be the genesis of actually making your first million. Now, you see, let me tell you one secret. Right now, as we speak, money is in where there is attention. Wherever there is attention, there is money. By the way, if you come from Kenya, you can actually relate to this. Anyone who is out there that goes out there and trend and maybe something and you're known in Kenya and what have you, probably you attract gigs, your advertisement from companies and all those kind of things, and you'll be able to make some cash. Okay, fine. Now, enough with that. I know you are like, okay, fine, Joseph, still that sounds like a theoretical aspect or point, but I want a practical things. Now, this is where we are getting. Now, what are the practical ways of doing this, okay? Number one, you're supposed to increase your profit. What do you mean by increase your profit? Increase your profit in the sense that what you make and that what you consume, make sure that at least it's not at par. If you make 50, don't live at 50 lifestyle. Make sure that you live below that. Live at that 35, save 15. 15 that you save, that's the money that you accumulate for you to invest it to be making you a passive income. I repeat, make sure that at least you increase your profit. The only way you can increase your profit if you're employed is by you surviving below the means. And if you survive below the means, it means that now you'll be able to make more out of that, what you actually savable, and you can be able to invest it out there. All right. For example, if you make 15,000 at the end of the month, save it in a money market fund. Obviously, even if you save in a money market fund for the next 20 or 30 years, it will take you like a lot of period before you make the first $1 million. So what you do, you use that vehicle of money market fund to help you to actually actually accumulate that money. Once you get that money, now spread your tentacles. Ask yourself, from where I come from. Now, what's that product that I can actually sell? What that business can I be able to invest so that at least I can be able to make more? Remember one thing, that what is more risky actually has high returns. That's what is less risky usually have low returns. Those are parameters that you have to understand. Okay. Number two, obviously, the fact of starting early is quite essential. What do I mean? When you want to do something and you have to start it early, say maybe you're at 25, 26, immediately after you get into the job market, this is a thing that you're supposed to take it as early as you can. By the time you're clocking 35, 40, 45, 50, you're already on areas where you're not even talking a first village, you're talking a couple of them. That is exactly how you do it. And by the way, if you're coming from Africa and you're watching these videos, let me tell you one secret. In Africa, we have a lot of things on areas where have not been fulfilled. We have a lot of things that if it's about infrastructure, we haven't done it. I like anything and everything that you think about it. We have a lot of gaps to be filled out there. So you can actually tap one area and be able to maximize on it and be able to make some cash out of it. Number three, create a program that you can actually sell to people, or maybe something like solving people's problem and something of sort. Okay, for example, you can be out there and talk about, hey, guess what, I'm talking about psychology things, and by the way, if you're married, and by the way, if you have kids, this is what you can be able to do. Oh, and by the way, if you have some family members who are suffering from mental health and something. Oh, and by the way, remember one thing about doctor, I'm be here, be talking about some. Those are the things that you can be able to focus into and solve people's problems. And if you can be able to come up with some programs and be able to sell to people, and obviously buy. So first of all, don't think about selling something to people before actually showing value to them. First of all, you have to show value to them for them to subscribe to your thing. For example, let's say somebody just shows up, you don't even know the person, and tells you, hey, guess what? Hey, buy this program and you'll be able to actually make some things. And you're like, okay, who is you, by the way? And have you made it in the first place for you to tell me that? You get what I'm saying? You ought to show people some some importance, some value in you, like, hey, they can relate or something also. For example, if today Kipchoge Keino comes here and tells us, hey guys, guess what, guys, I'll be able to show you how to run and be able to run a marathon under 2 minutes. Probably gonna subscribe to that if you have interest on that, because the guy has done it. The guy you can relate to that. He already has a working value on top of his head. That's a fact. So for you even to start selling something, because I just said, hey, get out there and start selling things, Tom, you ought to show people that you have value, that you can be able to do this. And once you show them that you can be able to do this, they get to contact you. For example, I do have some people who usually do make videos here on YouTube, others on TikTok or whatever the places, and they're in construction industry. These guys are telling people, hey, if you want to construct a bungalow, maybe 2.5 million, 3 million, 4 million, they can actually do you this, you can do the other, you can do the other. Diaspora people are watching, people who are here are watching, and you can actually be out there and people are like, that's what I was looking for. That's what So whenever somebody thinks about saving, they think a good Joseph. Whenever people think about construction, they think about that guy. Whenever people think about, oh, my mental psychology and whatever, relationship, dating, they think about you. And if you can be able to make people think about you whenever they think about certain thing, that will be the best thing that you can ever do. For example, right now, if I tell you, hey, let's do some online shopping, and probably anything you'll hit is about, hey, Alibaba, about Amazon, and all those kind of things. Okay, so if you can actually be able to think about that specific thing. If you talk about a soft drink, think about Coca-Cola. That's a reality. So if you can actually try to make people understand who is you, get yourself a brand, making this thing, actually, I'm telling you, is the easiest thing that you can ever do, by the way. All right. The other one is about avoid idle money. Avoiding idle money. Do not think that you can actually get this amount of money by virtue of saving. Yes, you will, but you'll get it after 40 years from today, 50 years from today. And I'm probably know that's not what you would love to get it. But anyway, it's okay. It's far much better than not getting it at all, okay? But the point is this. If you actually just save your money, it will take you a way long period of time. And this number of times that I've included here, it will never work. And you think like I lied to you or something of sort. So you have to learn the skills of taking risks and also being calculative. Obviously, when I say take risks, it's about calculative risks and also being out there, being an outgoing person, and an individual who knows and understands. You spread your tentacles out there and you can be able to listen and tap opportunities that are showing up out there. For example, if you're in Kenya, if you know people where you come from, they do not have good sanitary options, and hey, you can be able to bring some things to do with the sanitary options. If you come from a place whereby you realize there is a problem with security things, you can think of about importing some things to do with the cameras and something you can be able to sell to them. Or if maybe you realize, hey, guess what, where I come from, we have a lot of kids surrounding here, I can be able to come up with a daycare school so that people can actually be leaving kids to me and be able to part ways with some few coins, and that way I'm actually increasing the basket of income. Or if you're out there, you realize, hey, guess what, where I come from, I can actually be able to, I'm very good at doing things 1, 2, 3. I'm good at organization. You can just show people how you actually prepare, how to, to prepare your house, how to clean, how to, just make those things. By the way, you'll be shocked. Have you ever seen these animal videos where just funny things, animal playings and what have you, some kids are making funny things and they actually attract a lot of viewers, and then these guys actually make some cash on YouTube and all those kind of things. Nowadays you don't really have to think hard and do things in an old traditional way. It will just hurt you. You even make a lot. But if you can actually be able to work smart, and obviously do not eliminate the fact that of working hard, it's actually a necessity, you'll be able to do something and move to the next level. Anyway, guys, guess what? That marks the end of my video. And by the way, if you think or if you have something extra that you can actually add on the comment section, this video is actually open to discussion. This is that sort of a video that it's out there and you can actually discuss and try to learn different things from different each other person. Okay, just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.